Classroom management can be described as the measures that teachers take to create and preserve an atmosphere conducive to students' academic success as well as their social, emotional, and moral development. Classroom management is about creating order for the benefit of learning. Along with rectifying improper conduct, classroom management entails a variety of tasks aimed at preventing inappropriate behavior, creating a physical environment that supports teaching objectives, developing strong teacher student and teacher parent relationships, fostering a sense of community among students, defining and enforcing behavioral standards, and directing teaching in a way that encourages students to remain engaged and proactive. Developing strong and healthy relationships between students and teachers is critical for establishing a happy and safe classroom environment.
As I believe that teachers as students model need to be a paragon of virtues, they have to live what they teach and be a good example to the students who are following them. Besides, based on the demo teaching we have watched, I have observed that the teacher is passionate to her job as she has a clear beginning, middle, and end of her lesson, which basically means that she know and understand the role of a teacher in a classroom or during class discussion. She used interactive teaching strategies such as cooperative learning to engage all learners simultaneously. There, she provides many opportunities for students to interact during the discussion and deliver positive and genuine feedbacks. Thus, I believe that candidates for academic positions need to show more than just a knowledge of their content area in their teaching and demonstration. They need to show that they also have a pedagogical content knowledge. That is the ability to select, structure, and deliver complicated content so that students can learn it. And that basically amazed me as I have observed that the teacher integrates that particular knowledge that helps the teaching and learning effective and meaningful at the same time.
Based on my observation, the teacher makes the class interactive by allowing her students to participate in the lesson she is discussing just by asking questions related to the topic. With this, it allows students to listen attentively in their discussion so that they will be able to answer every questions that their teacher will be asking them. I've also observed how the teacher makes their lesson understandable to her learners just by relating the lesson to students' personal life experiences. So, having student and teacher interaction inside the classroom is important as it promotes the development of practical skills and can be a fantastic approach for learners to understand the value of collaboration, improve their listening skills, and expand their practical talents. Also, interactive learning is a hands-on method to learning that also incorporates the use of technology to improve learners' education. We live in an era of digital transformation and evolution. Therefore, it's only natural that technology has become an integral part of the educational system.
After watching the video, I observed that during the teacher's discussion, she already have the rule of raising their hands to be recognized and standing up when answering instead of accepting the student's answer that is given in chorus and through shouting. She also has the rule of keep quiet and listen when someone is talking. She has set this kind of rule and regulation to keep the students and the classroom under control. One thing that I also observed is that she is an understanding teacher to her students. There is this part of the video wherein she calls someone in the class to answer, but the student couldn't answer the question. But instead of humiliating the student, she said, "Can I ask you again later? I want you to think of those thoughts, okay?" This is an indicator that she is a very understanding, not just a teacher but also a human being.
The teacher is such an effective one in view of the fact that she has a congenial and affable approach which motivate the learners to become active and participative in the lecture. As the teacher asks questions, she always shows respect to the limitations of her students, especially in terms of their linguistic abilities. Consequently, she always prompts and guides them in order to properly express themselves using the English language. She's not a type of teacher who dismisses immediately or interrupts the students who want to express his or her idea, which did not achieve this teacher's standards. Instead, she accepts it with no other negative feedbacks that could unnerve the student. The teacher responds to the behavior shown by the learners, like she appreciates, thanks, and praises her students once they recite to share ideas. If the student failed to answer a particular question, she would not show threatening behavior, but she would still show hope for the student to answer the question asked by giving time to think and while calling others to recite. Therefore, we can say that this is also a characteristic of an effective teacher who always understands and respects the boundaries, the strengths and weaknesses of her students. In addition to this, some factors which make the class active is due to the behavior that she shows. She has provided instructional materials essential for the discussion, like smart TV and laptop. Activities provided are also engaging, which require critical thinking skills. She goes along with the kids to laugh. She's relaxed. She's friendly. She's not easily incited to express anger. She's encouraging, and she doesn't feel a great need to control her students since they are all grown up. Moreover, we have observed here the passion in teaching of their subject teacher, due to the fact that she doesn't only have content knowledge, but she's also pedagogically knowledgeable, making the students enjoy and participate the activities given.
My observation throughout the sample teaching video is that the teacher openly demonstrates an excellent discussion in which she was able to effectively deliver the lesson with the participation of her students. The behavior of a teacher has a significant impact on the success of a classroom management. Throughout the session, we can see that the teacher was calm, soft-spoken, and had an outstanding pronunciation with the language. She also appeared to be spontaneous throughout the lesson. The teacher does not only communicate the class content, but she also applies principles in a real-life setting before moving on to the next topic. Her classroom management style is authoritative, in which she selects a student at random to answer questions or read certain passages from the text. As prospective teachers, we must all develop the golden virtues, which includes patience, determination, and consistency. All of these qualities are necessary in order to sustain an effective and successful classroom management.